Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Right now Liz cannot be here with me because we have a crazy busy week this week with lots of tests and everything. We didn't know if we were going to have a chance to film together, so we just wanted to make sure that there was a video out there for you guys to see on Tuesday. Right now our upload schedule is looking like we're going to be doing Saturday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Hopefully this will all work. If not, bear with us. Most of the time it'll be us together filming, but sometimes it'll be just me or sometimes it'll be just her. I promise you guys every week, at least twice a week, there will be a video out for you guys. Today I wanted to give you a story time about my vacation from hell. So I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. My sister Melanie and I are 10 years apart. So when I was 5, she was 15. This was right before my dad and my stepmom Faith got engaged. In April 2005, we all decided that we were gonna go down to Florida. My sister Melanie, my now stepmom Faith, my dad, and myself all drove down to Florida. My dad had a 2002 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and it was pretty big. So we were all piled inside the car, and we left around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I think it was about a 17-hour drive. So our plan was to leave at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and get to Florida by about 11 o'clock in the morning the next day. Well, my father decided to plan a vacation during the middle of spring break week. Do y'all know how busy Florida is in the middle of spring break week? Because I know how busy Florida is in the middle of spring break week. So on our way down there, my dad is supposed to drive most of the way. We'd stop, and my stepmom would drive the rest of the way. We get about 3, 4, 5 hours into the trip, and we stop for gas. Now my parents have their golf clubs on top of the roof of the car because my sister was supposed to watch me when we were down in Florida in the hotel so that way they can go golfing. We're driving and the golf clubs fall off the back or the top of the car on the freeway. Then my dad starts to get tired, so we have to pull off and my stepmom drives and he says, "Oh, just let me sleep for a couple hours. I'll be fine after that. I'll be fine after that." He slept the rest of the way and she drove the rest of the way. We finally make it down to Florida and we get to our hotel. This hotel was supposed to be nice, which it wasn't. Okay, it was this little crack pipe hotel on the beach. Like, it was the nice part of the beach, but the hotel, and it wasn't a bad hotel, it was just really run down and it was kind of gross. So there were 2 beds in it. My sister and I had a bed and my parents had a bed. I haven't seen an ocean in a while. I get on my swim trunks, my sister gets on hers because she was a lifeguard. And I'm like, okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. So we're going onto the beach and I'm like, ocean! So I start running. I bolt into the water and I go, whoosh. So I was drowning. Luckily my sister, like I said, was a lifeguard, so she was able to pull me out of the ocean. Day 3 we went to Disney World. When we went to Disney World, it was so hot that day that they closed down the park. Yeah, closed down the park. The park ran out of water. They didn't have any water, so they stopped the little train thingy that went around because they ran out of bottles of water, so they're like, we can't do anything, you know, there's no water here for you guys to drink, and they don't really have a lot of drinking fountains. So people were like legit drinking out of the fountains there, scooping up water from the water rides and drinking it. There were so many people there that they couldn't get an ambulance through, and that's the really dangerous part. When somebody passes out, they could not get the ambulance through, and then that's when they're like, closing down the park for the day. So they started taking everyone out of the park. But before that, my dad and my sister went off and they did some rides, and my stepmom and I were like, we're not gonna be walking around the damn heat, it's too hot in here. So we just went on one of the water rides and we rode it like 50 times that day. Well then the park reopened a couple hours later before we actually got out of the park, and my sister and I wanted to meet Mickey and Minnie. We wait in line, we meet Mickey and Minnie. She has a panic attack for I don't even know why. She couldn't breathe, she started hyperventilating. So I found it funny. She was like, I'm dying. She thought that she was dying. Like, bitch, calm down. You were just fine. It was hot. The day after we were at Disney World, she was supposed to go to St. Augustine, which was a couple hours away from where we were staying, with one of her friends. She was being such a brat and wanted to get the from us that we took her there like the next day right after Disney World. And so she spent the rest of the time there, which kind of sucked for my parents because she was supposed to babysit me so that way they could go do their own thing, and obviously they couldn't because you couldn't leave a 5-year-old by themselves in a hotel. So that kind of sucked for them. The rest of the vacation without my sister was okay. That's when my stepmom and I really started getting like bonding closer together from that trip, and I remember that, and I'll always remember that trip because there was some good parts. On the way back, we went and we got my sister, and then we were driving back. Well, we both had one of those like DVD, or not DVD, what are those things called, like the CD where you could play like the Britney Spears, or you know, all those little CD things. We each had one before we went on the trip, but they broke while we were on the trip. So my dad bought us one for the way home to listen to. Well, she had her CD, so she had like Britney and Shakira and, you know, Beyonce. Like, we listened to the Beyonce album a couple of times, and she had the Maroon 5 album, and so some of them were okay. But I had like the Toby Keith, the Billy Ray Cyrus, all these country things, which I hate country music now. I can't stand it, but I used to love it. So we kept fighting like, no, I want to listen to Britney. No, I want to listen to Toby Keith. So we kept fighting about it. And my dad had to literally stop, go to CVS and buy us a different one so that way we would quit arguing and listen to our own CDs. Well, then we got into a big fight who got the new CD player, because I wanted the new one and she wanted the new one, because the new one had a touch screen on it where you would like select the CD. I ended up winning it because we bet on it. So the whole entire way back there, we listened to music, and we stopped at one of my dad's friend's house, he's like a family friend to us, and his house was, I'm pretty sure it's near Myrtle Beach. It was either in Tennessee, it was somewhere like that. It was halfway in between where Florida and our house was, so we stayed there during the night, and my sister and I got into a big ass fight because we were supposed to share the same bed again, and we didn't want to. One of us ended up like throwing red Gatorade down onto the ground, and then my dad got super because like this was his friend's brand new house. We finally got back home, and my sister and I didn't talk for a couple months after that. That was the story of my vacation from hell. I never suggest going down to Florida during spring break because it is awful. It is 1,000 degrees there, and would not suggest it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Liz and I really want to make sure that we have a consistent uploading schedule and actually have videos for you guys to do, because we've been talking about doing YouTube for a couple months now. Even though we only have 20 views on a video, that is still like, ah! You know what I mean? It's the coolest thing ever to us, because like we didn't ever think that anyone would actually want to watch us talk. So your guys' support really means the world to us, and we just really appreciate it, because this is something that we've always thought about doing, and I'm just glad we're finally getting to do it. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at CAWJAL. Catastrophe awaits with John and Liz. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to check out our last video, and we will have another video coming up on Thursday. Bye guys.